very good sign. Because when I started my legal practice 33 years ago, see, ADR, as many of you lawyers would be thinking even now, especially young lawyers, ADR did not have the expansion, alternate dispute resolution. As far as lawyers were concerned, ADR was always considered as alarming drop in revenue. So we never favored ADR at any point of time. But when the President of the Supreme Court of Nepal is here endorsing arbitration and mediation, of course he clearly mentioned more than arbitration, he's endorsing mediation. So that is a very, very positive step, because now the young lawyers all over the globe understand that retaining credibility, retaining the confidence of the client in getting a dispute resolved fast and fair is the most critical thing. Not dragging the client for years together just to keep him as a client and to earn fees. So that is not the objective of a lawyer. But the objective of a lawyer is to give a clear and effective resolution to the client. So that's a very great advantage that I feel that Nepal is now having, because you have the support from all the stakeholders which are relevant for taking this forward. And of course, I would also like to tell that we have an association called the Asian Mediation Association, where we have 14 countries in this. And I'm the chair of AMA also right now. And I would like to invite Nepal to join AMA, because AMA, actually I would invite Matrika Nirolo to consider joining the Asian Mediation Association, because it would be a great movement for promoting the quality and enhancing or promoting the cause of mediation in the region. As far as this conference is concerned, we have a wide range of discussions and topics that is being put forward by the organizers, and I'm sure the participants will have a good time in understanding the nuances of arbitration and mediation, and also where the globe is heading towards. Of course, we are not undermining the efforts of the judiciary in bringing down the disputes and to adjudicate the disputes, because all disputes, or I would say mediation is not the panacea for all disputes, because we need adjudication, because we need precedents, we need clear-cut decisions based on rights, based on law. But there are many disputes which does not require an adjudication, because ultimately, for the business community, it is business that matters. Dispute is not what they are looking at. And therefore, we need an amicable dispute resolution mechanism to flourish so that the business or the ease of business is maintained. So I congratulate the organizers, especially Mr. Matrika Niraula and Mr. Mukti Rijal, for organizing this event, this ADR week, because it's the first time that an ADR week is happening in Nepal. And I look forward to the next 3 days and meeting all of you personally. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Javier, for your wonderful keynote speech. So yes, we are deeply grateful to whatever you have said. And yes, we know that we really appreciate for sharing these valuable insights on how we can work together along with this ADR theme. Mr. Javier's call to action for also the future lawyers in this room is both motivating and essential. So I am seeing that so many young emerging lawyers in the room, and I must say that they might be really become very motivated by the speech, via the speech you have delivered. So as a legal professionals, you have the power to influence the way disputes are resolved in the years to come by. So with this, thank you, Mr. Javier, for your thoughts and your insights, for challenging us to reimagine the role of ADR, and also for the shaping the future for the legal profession itself. And we are truly inspired by your vision and your guidance. And yes, hope Nepal will definitely join AMA very soon. So with that, now I would like to call upon Justice Ravindra Bhatt, and he is the former judge of Supreme Court of India. So now I would like to welcome Mr. Justice Ravindra Bhatt, former judge of Supreme Court of India, to deliver his special address. So Mr. Ravindra Bhatt.
Justice Kumar Regmi, Supreme Court of Nepal, Justice Sinha, former judge, Supreme Court of Nepal, special guests, Ms. Leela Devi Gadutwala, former Chief Secretary, Government of Nepal, Mr. Harishankar Nirwala, President, Supreme Court Bar Association, Nepal, Mr. Xavier, Senior Advocate, India, Chairperson, APCAM and AMA, Mr. Matrika Prasad Narwala, Senior Advocate, Nepal, and Managing Director of NIAC, and if I may say, the driving force behind this event. All other special guests and dignitaries on the dais, my dear friends from across the world, and if I may say again, with a lot of pride, from across this part of the world. Dear guests, friends from Nepal, felicitations to the Nepal International Center, which is set up in 2013 by a group of diverse backgrounds, such as senior lawyers, management experts, engineers, arbitrators, mediators, chartered accountants, etc. This was restructured in 2020 as a not-for-profit entity. The center has a truly visionary spirit, which is to promote alternative systems of dispute resolution. Like all centers which have gained fame and repute, it promotes, advocates and facilitates arbitration, mediation, a combination of either. In 2020, it joined and co-founded the regional platform Asia Pacific Center for Arbitration and Mediation, which is APCAM, with the aim of fostering a culture of alternative systems as an effective means of dispute resolution. I may add a personal note for Nepal, which is that just taking a few thoughts ahead of what Mr. Xavier said beautifully, that you never get to see the person who planted the tree. Here we have a person who planted the tree, but who is also getting to see it, which is Mr. Narwala, Mr. Matrika Prasad. Just as we have others like our own Xavier. And I think, again, to dwell upon the same theme, that this is a moment of celebration because we, in this part of the world, and I'm especially proud of saying we from Asia, are getting together. Of course, I include Australia too, as part of Asia, to have a session of this kind, which he took pains to say did not belong to any one particular part of the world, but to the entire world. I just want to speak on two themes briefly. Technology defines our age. Even as we deliberate and speak, newer and newer innovations intrude into our lives, dictate our choices, and inevitably influence the larger decisions which guide our governance, administrative, and business systems. It is but natural that traditional systems of dispute resolution come under stress for the expense, delay, and uncertainty they presently have. Unless we in the alternative dispute resolution universe adapt and keep our relevance by assimilating these technologies, there is a danger that the user, who otherwise has experienced quicker and swifter results in other fields due to the insertion of technology, will demand and turn to these technologies for overall solutions. I speak now of AI, which is now nearly pervasive and ever present in almost everything. Yet neither predictive nor generative AI has as yet learnt to replicate human attributes such as empathy, subjective analysis in areas like restitutionary or equitable relief, family disputes, sentencing, custody, etc. It is therefore for the ADR movement now more than ever to definitively state the clear lines which demarcate how much and in what areas these technologies can be used for problem solving. Because at the end of it, as speaker after speaker said, we are problem solvers. Many of us in the justice system, especially judges, are very fond of believing that we are doing some divine service, maybe. But then at the end of it all, we have to cater to users. We have to come out with problems solving. So the quicker these problems are solved, the better for society and the better, larger the role for us. The conversely, the more delayed, the more irrelevant we become. This also parallelly means that our experts practicing ADR have to ramp up their capacities in framing normative guidelines to the extent of AI use and digital decision-making tools, in training, upgradation of information, drafting precise terms of settlement, etc. The second aspect which this gathering would really appreciate and may like to dwell upon is that the cultural nuances which international arbitrations and ADR should take into account. This aspect is often overlooked in the past because the drive towards uniformity and harmonization is crucial, because communities and societies in the East, especially in our host country like Nepal or other South Asian countries, have had their traditional methods of problem solving which are still relevant and are practiced. When we speak of access to justice in the courts of the traditional kind, we are looking at access to justice from the point of view of a select few who are able to afford that justice. But then the largest mass of people may not be able to get access, and they resort to traditional methods of problem solving. Now, as leaders in ADR, it is very crucial that we understand these local processes. Not the mediation and arbitration movements both need to account and respect local customs, traditions, and laws in their endeavor to provide solutions to problems. Mr. Xavier was absolutely right. The harmonization is in the process. But in the content, there could be nuances. Not all situations fit the stereotypical box. There is no one-size-fits-all solution to problems, as all of you as mediators, as arbitrators know. And this cultural understanding enriches each ADR process. This aspect is not lost now on the developed world, which realizes that those living in the developing world have had customs and practices that have endured for ages. Many of them in each nation may have changed and evolved, but their relevance is underscored by their practice, which still prevails, which should be taken into account and discarded or adapted as the case may be. I am extremely grateful and honored to be invited to speak on this occasion, and also delighted to be participating in the event. Once again, greetings to NIAC for this wonderful event, acting as a bridge and bringing together people from across nations together for this arbitration week. Thank you. Dhanyawad.
Thank you so much, Justice Bhatt, for your inspiring words and also for highlighting on the growth of AI in today's era. And yes, as we all know that as we are in the 21st century of human civilization, having said this, we can say that we are in the 22nd century of technology. So use of AI and also taking AI along with this ADR can be more interesting to work with. So thank you so much, Justice Bhatt, for your inspiring speech. So now I would like to call upon former Justice of Supreme Court of Nepal, Mr. Anil Kumar Sinha. And yes, talking about him, his work on corporate sector and also with ADR and mediation is very, very inspiring. So we are really looking forward to hearing from you. So Justice Sinha.
Thank you, Simran. Honorable Sri Kumar Regmiji, Chair of this session, Dr. Mukti Rizal, my honorable dignitaries here on and off the dais, and students here. It's a pleasure to be here. Let me start with a small story that I would like to share with you. That Matrika ji and I started our career almost at the same time, more than 40 years ago. I changed my boat a couple of times. Matrika ji is on the same boat since day one, and he's a crusader on the dispute resolution. So hats off to you, Matrika ji. Thank you very much. And also for inviting me here. I have another small story again. Banks had always been, Maharaja or Shahuji's style of working in Nepal, where there was no negotiation with the banks ever in Nepal till about 15 years back. And there was a time when I was representing a client of mine. I sat down, and then I got a message from a chairperson of a bank through his CEO saying that, can we talk about a dispute that we have with your client? And I said, oh, a bank wants a negotiation there, or can there be a out-of-court settlement with a bank? It was almost unheard of. The chairman of the bank is here in the dais, Chandra Dhakalji, who was at that time, I think he had just started the bank. He was the first chairperson, if I understand correctly, or remember correctly. And I know that you do not remember the case, but I still remember, because that was the day I started negotiating with banks. And after that, I negotiated with at least 5 or 6 banks with more than a dozen of my clients. So those were the days, that's how the dispute settlement evolved. And I remember his CEO telling me that, Mr. Sinha, I was a lawyer at that time, Mr. Sinha, no dispute is the best dispute, and that's what I want to get away when I retire from this bank. So that was the spirit. I still remember the name. I think Mr. Bajracharya, Ratnaraj Bajracharya was his CEO. So I've got lots of respect for him in dispute settlement of the banks. I cannot see the governor here, Mr. Mahaprasad Adhikari, who has always been into this type of negotiations. So as I said, Nepal has come a long way. You will be surprised to know that Nepalese Supreme Court advocated for a dispute settlement through arbitration when there was no arbitration law in Nepal. It so happened that when Asian Development Bank started funding Nepalese projects, then it was one of their requirements that the dispute related with the development boards in Nepal has to be resolved by an arbitration, and that provision has to be there in the contract. Similarly, that was copied and pasted in most of the contracts that time, long back. But and the matter even came to the Supreme Court when the dispute settlement disputes were referred to the district courts, and the Supreme Court said no, you have to refer to arbitration. And unfortunately, there was no arbitration law in Nepal or any mechanism to enforce arbitral tribunals' decisions. That's how the things evolved. Over a period of time, it has already come a long way. We already have 2 laws, Arbitration Act of 2038, Bikram Sambat, and then 2055, which has a lot of disputes are being resolved through that. A lot of disputes are being resolved without going into arbitration by mediation, and the chairperson of the mediation center, mediation council of Nepal, right, Honorable Kumar Regmiji, they are basically promoting, the whole team is promoting the mediation at all levels of court. And I still remember when I was a judge, for a couple of years, whenever there were civil cases or even certain cases on the banking, the check bounce issues or Negotiable Instrument Act issues, after 10-15 years of litigations also at the Supreme Court too, there were a lot of settlements done through mediation. So culturally also, it is so that 2 parties in Nepal have very difficult time to sit down together or propose to each other. But if there is a third person in between who can advocate their rights, who can convince them of their rights and the risks associated with the dispute, there are many instances where the matters have been resolved. And I also take a pride that around 15 or 20 cases that had been pending for almost a decade or more were resolved in my bench through mediation. So the role of mediation center, which Honorable Kumar Regmi is heading at this moment, has got a huge role. And I again go back, I would talk about a lot about my experience and the histories. We have got Dr. Mukti Rizal, I remember 20 years back possibly or more, we sat down together and there was one issue that he raised was community mediation. And it was completely out of my mind. I didn't understand what he was talking about. And that's why he is a doctor at this moment and I'm not. And then he's, I think, went to lowest level of the community to promote the concept of mediation and for their traditional ways to settle down the disputes at their own. And this worked very well. Now it has, the constitution has formed village municipalities at the lowest level, even at the municipal level also, and they have got the judicial committee there, which also has got the right to mediate between the disputing parties at their own lowest level of governance. And if I remember correctly, it is Dr. Rizal's team or his colleagues who have been into this mediation are actually training the lowest level of, or the each level of our municipalities, almost 753 local levels, the municipality and the village municipalities, village committees. They are being trained at this moment at a massive scale, and if we can reduce the or settle the local disputes, especially the household disputes at that local level, I think the burden of cases, which is over 1 lakh in the whole of Nepal at this moment with the court, and maybe around 27,000 at the Supreme Court level. When I left, it was 29,000. I have got a witness here who says that no, it is now 27,000. So that's an achievement within 1 year, that inflow and outflow are being, the gap is being reduced. So this is how Nepal is progressing in this field of mediation as well as arbitration, and that's where the importance is seen, to have a society with lesser disputes. We cannot imagine a society, we cannot have a utopian society without a dispute, but certainly a dispute which can be resolved locally, which can be resolved amicably, which can be resolved, if not, which can be resolved through an arbitration. Now, issue comes back again. We are not only talking about the in-country situations. We have to go beyond the boundaries. Arbitrations, not even arbitrations, the mediations between the two states we have already started talking about, which has taken place at a lot of, there are a lot of illustrations in the world. We have to sit down together many of the times. Let me request Lordship Bhatt as well as Anilji, we share the same first name, very common here in Nepal and India. India and Nepal are so close, it's too far when we talk about arbitrations. I don't know whether you are aware of this fact or not, that your act, the latest act has got a provision of reciprocity listing and the gazetted list of the countries, and Nepal is not there. And if Nepal is not there in India's list, then Nepal can, our law says that the dispute, arbitral awards that has been delivered in India cannot be executed in Nepal. So why are we so far? I have never ever understood why there is no diplomatic discussions on these issues, why these things have never come. I think this is the forum which can actually raise this issue and take up the matter at both governments, and this is the wonderful opportunity. If we would like to share this matter with the Prime Minister, Right Honorable Prime Minister, when he comes here, that there has to be a diplomatic level discussion as well as at our level discussions also, to find out a solution. And if not, what is happening? There are hundreds of investments between Nepal and India, and there are hundreds of the disputes are inevitable, as I said, and the disputes to be resolved by arbitration. Where do we go for to have the seat? Maybe the nearest one is either Bangladesh or Singapore, and Singapore is being preferred. I've been, I was part of 8 years back. I was part of certain negotiations, and I preferred that let us between a dispute, the arbitration between a Nepalese party and an Indian party to be resolved in Singapore. There is a lot, there is no reason. I mean, the reason is not clarifiable, but there is a reason for the purpose of enforceability. So these are a lot of small things, we call it God of small things in arbitration also, not only in the book of Arundhati Rai, but we have to talk about these small things at a highest level so that the issue of arbitration in this region, in Asia Pacific region as well as in the world, gets together and we find out a solution for that. Thank you very much. I think I can go on and on because I was lawyer for 34 years. I lost my speaking habit when I was judge for 7.5 years, and it is again coming out after I retired. So thank you very much for bearing with me what I said, and thanks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Justice Sinha, for your valuable insights and the journey of arbitration in the context of Nepal. So with that note, as you said, no dispute is the best dispute. So we are going to follow this principle for sure. And thank you so much, Justice Sinha, for every words, and your every words inspired each one of us present here today. Thank you so much. So ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we are unable to have Justice Anupra Sharma with us today. But he has sent us his best wishes and messages that I want to read it out. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to read out the message that Justice Anupra Sharma has conveyed to all of you. Okay. So talking about Anupra Sharma, he is the former Chief Justice and also the Patron-in-Chief of NICSA, and also he is the Board of Chief of National Human Rights. So now I would like to read out his message. Distinguished guests and delegates, Namaskar and a warm good afternoon. Due to health reasons, I am unable to join you in person for this momentous occasion. However, I extend my heartfelt congratulations on the inauguration of Nepal ADR Week, an international conference on modernizing dispute resolution, the role of ADR in enhancing access to justice, focusing on arbitration and mediation. This event marks a significant milestone for Nepal in advancing alternative dispute resolution practices. My best wishes go to the Nepal International ADR Center for organizing this conference in collaboration with the Asia Pacific Center for Mediation and Arbitration, APCAM, and the Nepal Rashtra Bank. To our international guests and speakers, I warmly welcome you to Nepal, a country known for its rich heritage and warm hospitality. To all the speakers, delegates, and participants, I wish you a productive and insightful conference. Let us together embrace the opportunities this week offers to further modernize dispute resolution and enhance access to justice for all. Dhanyabad, namaskar. So this is the message that he wants to convey, and also we would like to convey the best wishes for Justice Anupra Sharma as well. So with that note, as Mr. Javier rightly pointed out, that today we have so many emerging future arbitrators and mediators in the floor today. And I hope that with all this wonderful speech and wonderful deliverance by our speakers and chief guest and also the guest, we are really motivated and inspired to do something in arbitration sector. Because as we all know that backlog of cases upon cases, it is the major global problem in all the judiciary. And I think that this arbitration and mediation can cope with that, and it can be the best solution to deal with this main issue, that is the case backlog. So with that, now I would like to have the interesting session for now on. So I would like to have the short introduction of all the participants present out here today. So now let's start with the introduction. So I would like to ask the organizer to hand over the mic so that they can introduce each other shortly. Yes, organizers, can you please hand over the mic so that the participants can introduce each other shortly. And thank you, everyone. And to note, they are the future of arbitration and they are the future of mediation, the young, emerging lawyers and all the participants present here out today. So let's get started. One by one, please pass on the mic. You can have the short background of who you are and what you are doing and what your motivations toward arbitration and mediation.
Good evening, namaste everyone. I'm Mandy Karki. I'm an international geotechnical expert. My experiences are drawn from Australia and Nepal both. And yes, I'm working towards becoming an arbitrator. Thank you.
Hello everybody, namaste. My name is Anushka and I am a final year law student from KSL and I'm really looking forward to the sessions. Thank you.
Namaste and warm regards to everyone. I'm Siddhika Pathak, currently 4th year law student from Kathmandu School of Law, and it's an honor to be here. Thank you.
Hello everyone, namaste. My name is Ayur Fuyal and I studied law in Chinese University, and I'm participating over here to learn more about how arbitration happens in Nepal, and I hope this conference today will bring in more foreign investment in our country. Thank you.
Namaskar, good evening. My name is Rishabh Gandhi. I'm from Pune. I'm an arbitration lawyer. It's a pleasure to be here. And let me tell you all, since yesterday, we have been hosted by this wonderful team of NIAC. Let's have a big round of applause for them because they have done wonderful for all the guests. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon everyone and namaste. I'm Advocate Ankita Shrestha and I'm an associate at Reliance Law Firm, and I'm here on behalf of Reliance, and I'm very grateful for Nepal International EDR Center for organizing this event and providing a platform for everyone to come together and enhance mediation and arbitration in Nepal.
Namaste and warm greetings to everyone. My name is Pratap Bikram Khad and I'm an associate at Pradhan and Associates Nepal. I'm looking forward to the conference and welcome to all the delegates from all around the world. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Yagedi Acharya. I am an associate at Pradhan and Associates. I work in the field of commercial and aviation law, and I am looking forward to the conference. Thank you.
Namaste. I am Kumar Acharya. I am mediation activist. Thank you.
Namaste. I am Gyalsang Sherpa. I am a lawyer, and I would like to welcome all the delegates from around the world. Thank you.
Namaste and greetings. My name is Parikshit Gajriel. I am a civil engineer by profession and currently studying in Kathmandu University. Thank you. I'm looking forward to the sessions.
Good evening. I am Advocate Aisha from the lawyer of Supreme Court, Bangladesh. I want to see the arbitrators and how they manage it. Thank you.
Very good evening. This is Mahbubul Islam from Bangladesh. I am the president of Bangladesh Mediators Forum. This is very new journey in Bangladesh, and I would like to thank Mr. Matrikaji and others colleagues in here who are organizing these fantastic events, the Nepal ADR weeks, and hope for the other who are in dais now, they are the main player to promote us. So hope for the best. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Vikas Prasad Fial and I am representing Sanima Bank Limited. Thank you.
Namaste to everyone. I am Ganesh Regmi from, I am work at Sania Bank as an in-house lawyer. Thank you.
Namaste everyone. I am Advocate Naveen Bhandari, the founding and managing partner of Bhandari Law and Partners, a corporate law firm based in Kathmandu. So I've been practicing on dispute resolutions. So really looking forward to get insight from experts on ADR. Thank you.
Namaste everyone. I'm Keshav Dal, advocate and founder, member of NISC. Thank you.
Namaste to everybody. I'm Sajan Ram Bhandari, senior advocate, practicing law, and I've been involved in one or couple of arbitration proceedings and also General Secretary of Nepal Law Society. Thank you.
I'm Kopil Adhikari, senior advocate, practicing lawyer.
Hello everyone, Namaste. I am Shiva Kumar Giri. I am full-time faculty now at Kathmandu University School of Law. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I am Rishikesh Wagle. Currently, I am the Dean of the Kathmandu University School of Law. Previously, I used to work as a judge, and I am founding member of NIAC, and now I am handling a couple of arbitration cases as an arbitrator. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Advocate Sneha Rana. I work with NCEL in the legal department. I'm looking forward to a very fruitful ADR week. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sabin Rana. I also work at NCEL, and I guess I'm also interested party, as I would like to see the disputes between NCEL and other parties resolved amicably and faster. Thank you.
Namaste to everybody coming throughout the world and this region. I am practicing in legal field since 3 decades, especially the student of constitutional law, and seeking best solution through arbitration and mediation. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Tilakraj Lodari from Noble Bank. I am looking after litigation rule.
Good afternoon. I am Amit Shrestha, Chief of Recovery with Nepal Investment Bank Limited. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Vishnu Prasad Kande, advocate, and I'm representing from here the Rashtriya Bank Bank Limited, the mostly share owned by Nepal government, and I'm trying to help the mediation how to seek, how to get the banking cases, and I'm especially working to mediate between client and the bank throughout the bank. Thank you.
Namaste. I'm Yadav Prasad Dungana, an advocate, practicing lawyer. I represent from CRC Law Links. Thank you.
Namaste. I am Kalyan Pokhril, advocate and the practicing lawyer. Thank you.
Namaste. I am Resham Raj Regmi,
basically by participating in this program, I am interested to get few drafts of knowledge which the expert sitting in the dais have, and they will pour upon us in few days, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, today. And I am interested to learn something about arbitration and from your expertise how it can contribute for the dispute settlement mechanism. Thank you.
Namaste, good evening. Me, Vishnu Baskota, Senior Advocate, Mediator, Chairperson of the Nepal Mediator Society NIMS. Thank you.
Namaskar, I am Keshav Pokhrel, arbitrator, mainly dealing with construction-related disputes. My background is civil engineer. Thank you.
Namaste everyone, good afternoon. I am Khadga Sundar Sambhampil Limbu. I am Vice Chairperson of Tumbia Rural Municipality, Pastor Koshi Provision. Thank you.
Everyone, good evening. Namaste. I am Thamraj Neopane. I am from Pastor district. I located Nek Samiti branch.
Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. I am Santosh Sharma Lembu. I am from Pastor Miklajong Municipality, Kochi Province. Thank you.
Namaste. I am Mahendra Jabigu Limbu, Pastor Phalilung Municipality Vice Chairman. Thank you.
Hi everybody, Namaste. I am Thakur Seneman, Vice Chairman, Phalilung Rural Municipality, District Pastor. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Corporatenepal, a student of law who has deep interest in ADR and mediation. Thank you.
Namaste everyone, I am Alisha Tripathi, a law student from Kathmandu University. I'm passionate about exploring the field of arbitration and dispute resolution, and I'm looking forward for this event. Thank you.
Namaste everyone, my name is Megha Pant. I'm currently pursuing law in Kathmandu University School of Law, and I'm so grateful to Nepal International ADR Center for providing us such a great platform for all of us to be here. Thank you. Looking forward for the great experience.
Namaste everyone, I'm Sova Gimre. I'm representing NMB Bank here today. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon everybody. My name is Kishore Upreti. I am also a lawyer and I used to practice law in Nepal, but I left some 35 years ago and joined 3 international organizations. I've just come back after working at the UN, at the World Bank, and AIIB just recently. So it's nice to see you all and meet with you all. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Durga Prasad Vasti. Basically, I am a civil engineer, and sometimes I used to wear another hat as an arbitrator. I have done quite a few arbitrations, and still a couple of them are going on. So I am looking forward to learn a lot from the sessions, upcoming sessions, today, tomorrow, and the after tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Namaste to everyone. My name is Hari Ram Koirala, former secretary, Government of Nepal. These days I am working on arbitration field. Thank you.
I am Home Kanta Chaulagai, practitioner lawyer since 32 years, and as well as I am practicing as an arbitrator. I am running CNK Associated. As an arbitration venue also we are providing. Now we are going to open a new arbitration, Kathmandu International Arbitration Center. We'll invite all of you when we will open, and servicing as a secretariat service also. Thank you very much.
Namaste to all. I am Ram Prasad Shrestha, Senior Advocate. Thank you.
Namaste, everybody. It's me, Gopal Datta Pandey, practitioner lawyer here in Kathmandu. Thank you.
Namaste. My name is Satish Raj Mainali, advocate. It's my pleasure to be at the August gathering, and I'm engaged in a couple of proceedings. So I hope to share some experiences as well as the challenges it offers. Thank you.
Namaste. I'm Rajendra Giri, founder of NISC, and I'm working as a management consultant and working for business promotion as well. And I really want to promote mediation in the local government. I work 35 years for local government restructuring, mainly municipality, and where legal case, litigation case is very painful for the general public. That's why how we can make it win-win approach and really promote mediation at a local level. Government is already giving space as a constitutional part also. And let's have this one really make mediation as a for the local people, for simple people, not really go for court for to settle their dispute. Thank you very much.
I'm instructed to pass it down.
Hi, namaste everybody. My name is Musako Miyatake from Tokyo. I'm a lawyer, professor, mediator, arbitrator, negotiator, ombudsman. I'm doing everything, including litigation too. I'm so privileged here and meeting my coworkers, sharing the passion with the area. Thank you very much.
Namaste and good evening, everybody. My name is Shanti Risal Kafle. By training, I'm an advocate, lawyer. Worked for like 20 years as international professional with United Nations, different 6 countries, and then gave up that international profession, came back to country, giving back to community, joined the team here, and looking forward for marking some footsteps in arbitration and mediation, as my name is marked as mediator, mediation activist. I'm also a founding chair of a not-for-profit organization called FRESH International, that stands for Forum for Realization of Equality, Social Justice, and Human Rights. Looking forward for these 3 days to learn a lot from all of you and become a different person, I hope. Thank you.
Namaste. Namaste. My name is Tenzin, and I am the Chief Administrator of Bhutan EDIA Center. And over the period of next couple of days, I'm looking forward to make a lot of friends. Thank you.
Namaste, everyone. Hi, everybody. I'm Snigdha Bhatta. I'm counsel at the Singapore International Arbitration Center. Prior to joining SIAC, I worked at a law firm in Nepal. I was very fortunate to argue before Justice Regmi a couple of times, but I missed my chance to argue before Justice Sinha. I am Nepal qualified, and I specialize in intellectual property and technology law. Thank you.
Namaste, everyone. My name is Nicholas Zaug. I'm a partner at CMS, an international law firm based in Zurich, Switzerland. I act both as counsel and arbitrator, and in my spare time I work for the Swiss Arbitration Center Marketing Committee. Thank you.
Namaste. Me Kedar Guirala, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of Nepal, and founding member of NISC.